our September Stamp Club project, our Technique Stamp Club that everybody made. It's an adorable box, and inside we have some cute, oops, the ribbons come up. We have some cute 3x3 notes with coordinating envelopes. So I got this idea from convention, and it was one of our make and take projects, but instead of this we actually used the craft boxes that Stampin' Up! Sells, and again it was filled with our little notes too. Super cute. But I wanted to show people how to make their own boxes as well, especially because so many people, so many of my customers have been purchasing the Simply Scored. I wanted to show you another project you can make using the Simply Scored. Now this box I made with the Natural Compositions Designer Series paper, which is a heavier cardstock. It's crumb cake, and it actually comes clear embossed. The patterns are all, well, here's a piece here. So they're all different patterns, and they look like they've been clear embossed. I really hope Stampin' Up! Brings this back in the next catalog when this one retires, because it is the coolest paper. So let's get started. For this project, and what we did at some of the stamp clubs, is we actually, some clubs did it in the Designer Series paper, and some clubs wanted to practice using their wheels. So that's what we did, and that's what we're going to do for this one. We're going to use the Primrose Petals, which I think you can tell is my new favorite color. I've been using it for so many projects. I don't have the stamping cartridge for Primrose Petals, but because we're just doing a small piece of paper, we can use the ink pad, which coincidentally fits the jumbo wheel perfectly. If I were to be making my own wrapping paper, which I do using the brown packing paper that comes in our orders, or if you're making a background page for your 12x12 books or anything like that, you're probably going to want to get your cartridge, your jumbo cartridge, so that it's constant and you get a constant, good, even flow of ink. But for a small piece like this, this will be just fine. When you're using your cartridges, when you're using your handles, put your finger in this center piece. If you're using the standard size, which is half of this, put it in the center of that. As long as it's in the center of your wheel, you're going to have a lot of control. You can go diagonally, you can go straight up and down, it's whatever you want. I'm going to go straight up and down. You just don't want to go up and down. You don't want to retrace where you've just wheeled. It won't look right. Okay. So that's for the little piece. The bigger piece. This is the little piece we're doing now. This is going to be our lid. So we're done with our rolling. Alright. Next we're going to get our Simply Scored. Oh, we have our cardstock here, and this is our 5 3/8 by 8 inch piece. And we've got a marker set at our 1 inch, and we're going to set this one at 3/4 of an inch. So what we're going to do is we are going to, we'll start at the long side. We're going to go down at 1 inch, turn it 180 degrees and go down at 3/4 of an inch, turn it 180, go back down at 1 inch, 180 degrees, and turn it at 3/4 of an inch. Okay. We're going to move that aside, and we're going to take our lid piece, and we're going to take our lid and we're going to score it on all sides at 1/2 inch, which would be right there. So next you want to fold on all those crease marks that you made. And we're going to snip the middle bits just to where the line, the 1 inch line is. So it's like this. So that is how your box should look. Now your lid, fold on all your creases. What you want to do for your lid is you're just going to snip again to that corner line. It doesn't matter if you snip it on this way or if you're doing it on this way. You just don't want to cut out that entire corner. Now I'm going to show you how to put this together with my snail, but what we did in Stamp Club was we used the sticky strip, because depending on what you're going to put inside of your box, you might want it to be really durable if you're putting chocolates or something like that in there. And with your lid, you want to make sure it stays secure. So I've put snail on my corners and I'm just folding them under, just like that. And then that, my friends, is your lid. Easy, huh? And then just fold. There's your lid. Now let's do the box. Now the box, I am going to use sticky strip. When you put your box together, you want these flaps to be on the inside, and you're going to fold up these sides so you can kind of tell where you're going to put your strip. So we are just going to put our strip down along here. Actually, in Stamp Club, we went right down to the middle. This stuff really sticks. When it's on, it's on. So what we could have done is put this on before we snipped up the centerpiece, but it doesn't matter there. Just trim that. Okay. Rub those strips on really well. And then I find it's easiest to take your paper snips or an X-Acto knife and then just lift that cover off. And do the same on this side. Okay, I think we got it. So fold those insides in, the middle pieces in. The piece that has the sticky strip is going to get folded up first. Because we've got the sticky strip on this middle piece, it's going to hold that in place. Then you are going to fold up this and line it up and line it up. There's your box. And there's your lid. Except this came undone. There we go. There you go. So cool. You can use that for 3x3s. You can use it for jewelry, gifts, anything. But now I'm going to show you how to make the bow and add the ribbon. We have our coordinating primrose petals ribbon. And I'm just going to measure it all the way around so that I have a little extra. I'm going to snip that. I'm going to take my sticky strip again. I'm actually going to start on the inside of that seam. Oops. And I'm going to go right away around. Trim that, and you want to have a little bit of extra to go over again. Rub it on there. And then we're going to lift that up, peel it all the way across. And now we're going to add our ribbon. I almost set that down. Don't set that down because you've got your sticky strip on there. And then just put your ribbon around it. And this will hide that seam of where the box, unless you do it crooked like I did there. But the whole point of it is to hide the seam. Alright. So there we have our ribbon all the way around it. Next up,